Hey, good morning to both of you. It's been a really complicated case for police because it started this morning in a different location, 11th and Tioga. That's where police showed up, and a woman said she'd been shot in the arm. When police asked her where, she led them to this location. It's F Street in Ontario here in Kensington. And police arrived here and saw a dark-colored Acura SUV with Delaware tags. They found that car in the middle of Ontario Street, the engine still running. Police approached the car, noticed two people inside. Both of them were dead. The female driver shot in the head. The male passenger found in the back hatch area of that vehicle, he was shot in the torso. And based on the ballistic evidence, police say those two were shot inside that vehicle. They found shell casings inside the car, also inside a syringe and narcotics. And now they want to talk to the woman who survived this shooting. Crime scene investigators, homicide detectives, and the medical examiner's office all on scene here. They are focusing their attention on that car there in the intersection. Now, coming up at 6:30, Mike and Alex, we spoke with the woman who heard the gunshots, and she came outside to see what exactly was going on, what she says she saw in the moments after those shots were fired. We'll have her sound coming up in about 30 minutes. Okay. Hey, Karen. So we are on the Schuylkill Expressway right here at the Martin Luther King Drive exit. As Bob just mentioned, it's going to be some slick spots on the road. Right now, no rain falling, no sleet or anything as far as precipitation, but it did fall yesterday at several points during the day and, of course, overnight. So as cars start coming out this morning for their morning commute, it's going to be a little bit tricky because the roads are still wet from yesterday, and we had some of those temperatures that were in the freezing mark. So hey, good morning to you, Karen. So the Philadelphia Police Department has already prepared for large crowds expected at the church this morning. You can see the signs are posted, no stopping here. They're asking people from 10 until 2 a.m. So all the cars parked here on Rittner will have to move a little later this morning. We are right in front of St. Monica Church, where there will be a gathering spot for family and friends to pay their final respects to Joseph Ferry at 11 a.m. this morning. Ferry was 36 years old, and on Christmas Day, he proposed to his girlfriend, Kelly Wisely. He was an active member of the South Philadelphia String Band. And on January 2nd, he was tragically killed on Packer Avenue when the SUV he was traveling in was hit head on. The driver of the white Audi still in the hospital himself. 29-year-old Keith Campbell was arraigned from his hospital bed yesterday, and his bail was set at $1.75 million. He's now facing homicide charges after witnesses say he was speeding in the moments before crossing the median right into that SUV. Campbell killed Ferry and his fiance, as well as Dennis Palandro, and Palandro's wife survived. She suffered a broken pelvis and other injuries. Now, Wisely's funeral mass will be held tomorrow. Palandro's funeral will follow on Thursday. So the next 3 days will be an emotional and heartbreaking roller coaster for three families, as well as the entire South Philadelphia community. Karen? Well, here's the deal. It was a pretty solid turnout. Speaking to people attending that meeting last night, parents, students, and the football team in attendance to express their displeasure to terminate two beloved coaches. The head coach of the football team and assistant coach are being let go after next season, and the community is standing behind the two men at the meeting. They're asking the board to reconsider that decision to let the men go. And those who are protesting the move say this decision came with really no time for them to digest it all and no explanation. So they showed up in pretty big numbers to the meeting to defend the men. Rich Gentile has been a coach and teacher since the 90s. The district announced before Christmas that after next season, he will no longer be the head coach. As for the assistant coach, that's Eric Rufinock, well, he was simply fired. And there's some rumors swirling that this all happened after he posted pictures of the locker room and the conditions there. The school board president says she cannot comment on personnel issues. So we will have to wait and see exactly how this plays out. But for now, two men who parents say were more than just coaches, they were mentors, role models for these young boys, are now going to be out of jobs, and it's going to leave a big hole in this community. Mike and Alex.
Well, that doesn't clean up the locker room. Did they take the pictures down of the locker room?
Well, I think that's being addressed also. They're saying they know that there's upgrades that need to happen to the football field and inside in the locker room, but that's a whole separate issue that they'll take up outside of these two personnel matters.
Okay.
Thank you, Lauren.
All right, close to 8:09.
Hey, good morning, guys. So imagine being the owner of this building and getting a phone call that there's damage to the building, and then you arrive here and actually see it, a gaping hole right in the side of a seemingly brand new building. So this is going to be quite the insurance claim for someone. The car that caused the damage just towed away before 6 a.m. So let's show you some video of that dark colored SUV that slammed right into the building just after 2:30 this morning. It caused some really expensive damage to the ground floor behind the wheel. Police say an 18-year-old, the car stolen. That's also according to police. So just how fast this car was going is anyone's guess, because we don't have any word on if the car was actually being pursued by police before the crash. Now, by the looks of that car, that driver may have suffered some really serious injuries. The airbag did deploy, some extensive front end damage to that car, and even the side door peeled backwards, crumpled metal left here on a pile right in front of the building, glass shards scattered in the intersection here at 31st and Master and Brewery Town, likely from both the car and the windows after that impact. And it appears the building is home to The Hub, which are luxury apartments. And according to the website, just 2 days ago on Saturday, they held an open house for those looking to lease. We can see L&I here on scene. They are inside that building. They put up that bright neon sticker to let the owners know that this is an issue here. So a recap, Mike and Alex. 18-year-old in the hospital after stealing and then crashing a luxury SUV right into the corner of a building. Shortly after he recovers from his injuries, he'll be in big trouble. And of course, police have to give us an update on exactly what happened in the moments leading up to this crash.
You could be in trouble for sharing it, right, Lauren?
Absolutely. Sharing it, being in possession of it, email, phone, social media, it's all big trouble. So who's behind the highly disturbing video? Still a big mystery, but the warning this morning is really pretty serious for both students and parents. And the more news of this spreads around the schools and to parents, the more alert everyone needs to be about the possibility of those criminal charges. In a letter to the Council Rock School District, the superintendent says it shows an illegal sexual act with an animal. And a letter sent to Quakertown High School says the video shows bestiality. Both districts deny their students being involved at all, but say some of their students have seen the inappropriate video. And so that's the scary part. Watching and circulating the content could spell out big trouble for students or even adults. Attorney Ken Rothweiler says based on the school letter, this could all mean really big trouble, especially if the person in the video is a minor. Now, parents are really puzzled. Pennsylvania State Police are investigating this, although we have not heard how the video got its start. Right now, the Bucks County District Attorney's Office says they don't even know if it's students in the district that are involved in this. Of course, the investigation continues, and because of the inappropriate nature of the video, someone, Mike and Alex, could be facing some really serious charges really soon.
That's for sure.